Hey, back with another battle, man. Back with another battle where I take players from all over, the best, and we put them up against each other, and we go and see who wins. All opinionated. No, it's all fun. It's all fun, man. It's not factual, none of that. It's just off of our opinions. But without further ado, we're gonna get into it. Now, we got number 21 from my favorite team, the Bulls. It's not gonna be biased, man. I promise. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be biased. I promise you that. It's not going to. I promise. From the Chicago Bulls, the shooting guard, man, one of the best to ever play in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot. That's a lot of ground to keep up with all the players we've had. That's a lot of ground to keep up with. But we got Jimmy Butler, multi-time All-Star. You know, he's been in the playoffs, multi-time playoff person, like a lot of people in the NBA. But in the other corner, we got from his time on the Knicks, where he was the most dangerous. Or was it the Nuggets? Y'all think he was more dangerous on the Nuggets or on the Knicks? But anyway, we got him from the Knicks, his time on New York Knicks. Now, number 7, one of the best scorers, one of the highest usage ratings in the league. We're gonna give it up for Carmelo Anthony, the multi-time All-Star, one of the best players. I don't even know if I can say he's one of the best players ever. Would y'all say he the best player ever, or would y'all say he one of the best players of this time? I say of this time. I wouldn't necessarily say one of the best players ever. And that's just how I think of it. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into the first category. The person that's getting it on offense, I gotta give it to Jimmy Butler. It's Jimmy Butler. Now, I told y'all this is not gonna be biased, so I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down fully. In any situation, we got Melo and then we got Butler. We can put them through the same situation. We can put them through the same exact situation. We make them hit a fadeaway mid-range. They both gonna make it. We tell them to hit a spot up 3, they gonna hit the spot up 3. Hit a 3 off the dribble, they gonna hit a 3 off the dribble. Hit a post turnaround fade, they gonna hit that post turnaround fade. But who's gonna muscle in? Who's gonna muscle in for that contact finish at the paint? Jimmy Butler, we've seen him get buckets in every single way. In every single way, muscling through everybody in his own way, because he's not a Shaq, but he gets it done. He's not really that much of a defense presence. But let's say we put up LA Clippers Blake Griffin in the paint, and both of them are driving. In 2 situations, Butler's driving, Carmelo driving. Is Butler, bro? I think Butler gonna make. He gonna make something happen. He gonna make something happen before Melo makes something happen. Because Melo has finesse in jump shots, mostly jump shots. And don't get me wrong, Melo he got some pretty jump shots in his. He got some pretty jump shots, especially with the Knicks. Especially this year with the Knicks, he has had plenty of great shots. One of the prettiest forms I've seen, like him, Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul, like some very good, pretty forms in this shot. And we all know Melo on the Knicks. The usage rating for Melo was extremely high. Like Westbrook in 2017 high. Like James Harden 2018 high. Kobe Bryant, the second half of his career high, like that kind of high. Carmelo, his usage rating was very, very high. And Butler had a exit in the league, D-Wade, and he had Rondo with him. Not too much to work with there, but Wade he wasn't useless. Wade was not useless. We seen he still had some good playing while he was with Chicago. He had some good plays and a bunch of that, some another. He had some good plays with him. I think this is one of Jimmy Butler's best seasons. I know the season we just got over with the Heat, and he played very good in that final series. It'll mess you up. Like, as hard as Jimmy Butler be working, and he came up short just as much. We all know that'll tear you up sometimes, especially with the work he's been putting in. It's just, hey, he got next season, and even though with the odds stacked up, I've been a Nets fan all my life, but with all the odds stacked up, he might get it. But Jimmy Butler gets it on offense. Now we're gonna get into the next topic. Now, the next category. This is gonna be lopsided. It's actually lopsided. It's lopsided because y'all know. Do I need to say it? It's two things in effect. It's the fact that Butler actually do have good perimeter defense, and Carmelo, he doesn't have any defense. It's those two things, and they playing hand in hand, and that's why Jimmy Butler won on defense. Those two things play hand in hand, and that tells why Butler won on defense. We seen Jimmy Butler on the perimeter, and he's barely getting work. He's barely getting cooked. He's barely getting did in. He's been kind of a nightmare. Now, we did have an instance where James Harden did get him on that dribble, but it's all right. It's all right because he still was one of a kind on perimeter. Like people like him, Paul George, like they all did what they did on perimeter, and especially with assignments where he had to switch on to LeBron and all other 3 spots and 2 spots, probably even 4 spots that he had to switch on to. And y'all know Melo. I can cut this off right here because Melo. Next topic. Dominance. We got dominance. We know all about that dominance. What you can do on the court. How you impact the court in every single way. Now we can give this to Carmelo. Now, I've told you before about Carmelo's usage rating. One of the, his usage rating was up when he played with the Knicks. Not like how he was with OKC. Then he was with Houston. His usage rating kind of came down, especially when he was in Houston, having James Harden as the main guy scoring on offense. But with the Knicks, it was safe to say, even with J.R. Smith, nobody was taking that lead role away from him. No one is taking that lead role away from him. Back then, he was in the front seat and he was controlling everything. Every shot he wanted, he got it and he made it. Whether he wanted the ball in his hands for 3 possessions straight, with only him shooting, and he was gonna do it. And 8 times out of 10, the shot's going in, and you can't do too much about it. You can't do too much about it. That's how good he was. That's how good Melo was, and being as ball dominant as he was, very ball dominant. Not like Westbrook ball dominant, but he was pretty much a dictator. He was pretty much a dictator in New York. Everything ran through him. Offense ran through him. The point of attack on the court, it was him. All him. The way we were scoring on this possession, I get it. I'm taking it. I'll show you how we scoring. Everybody get out the way, because I got this. I'll show him. I'll cook him up. I can get him right here. He don't know what he's doing. I can get him right now. You know, it's not too much I can say on that. But now we have the last and final category. Now, this is going to JB. It's going to JB. For the rest of the video, you're gonna watch the highlights of the winner. Enjoy. That's all for this video, and I appreciate y'all for clicking on the video, because you didn't have to do it, but you did, and I thank you so much. And as always, thank you for watching. It's me, and I'm out.